Hi guys, today I'm going to be discussing an end times dream that I had very early on in my faith, probably about 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in, something like that. I hadn't read the whole Bible yet. I may have came across this passage one time, but I wasn't aware of it at all. Like when I had the dream, I knew it was from God, but I knew it was somewhere in the Bible. Like I had the message, like I woke up and I was like, this is from the Bible, like this is a message from God. But like at the time when I was having the dream, like although I knew it was from God, it wasn't like, oh, I've read this in the Bible. It wasn't like I was aware of this. I don't know whether I had or had not have read this before. To my understanding, I hadn't read this before. But I don't want to lie and say that I definitely didn't. But either way, the way that God showed me in the dream, it was incredibly real. And what He showed me was the part. If you turn to Matthew 24, 29, where it says, "Immediately after the distress of those days," talking about immediately after the Antichrist, because it's talking about, look, here he is, there he is, don't believe him, false Christ, blah blah blah. And then it's so immediately after those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Right, so that is exactly what I seen in my dream. So I'll explain what my dream was. Okay, so in my dream, um, like the Lord gave me the understanding that the earth was so hectic. Like, in my dream, I don't know if this is a parable or if this is like some sort of metaphor or if this is actually what people are going to be doing, or if this was only for me to understand that the world had completely gone crazy. Like the world had just gone filthy. Like we are filthy now, but like it had gone even to the next level of just pure filth. Like in my dream, people were sleeping with animals and this sort of thing. So the Lord gives me so immediately the Lord sets the scene in my dream that it's just pure filth. Like people just are doing whatever they please. And basically I wake up and I go outside. And okay, so like I wake up, so I don't know if it's the morning or the middle of the day, but like I wake up and I go outside and it's pitch black, like it says, where it says the sun will be darkened. It's absolutely pitch black. There is no sun. Like imagine if you wake up one day, you go outside and there's no sun, right? So like I go outside, there's no sun. I'm looking up at the sky and everyone's outside. Like forget about going to work, forget about, people like sitting at home watching TV. Literally every single person is on the street with their head looking up and they don't get it. Like people are looking up at the sky and like literally people just don't know what to do. Like the sun is darkened. The part where it says the moon will not give its light, other parts it says that the moon is blood red. So in my dream, it was completely pitch black, but I don't know if it was the moon. I didn't understand in my dream, but anyway, there was like in my understanding in the dream, it was different planets and possibly the moon together. They were all like out of their usual places, and they were like bigger, and they were moving really weird, and all this where it says the stars will fall from the sky, literally literally the heavens were like, not the heavens, but the sky was literally coming down on people. Like we were all looking up at the sky and it was pitch black, and like there were so many shooting stars, but like it wasn't like it was beautiful at the same time, but it was like a scary, scary kind of scene, because we're not talking like, you know, one or two shooting stars. We're talking about like thousands of shooting stars and planets like moving around and like, you know, whatever, like it's just pitch black, like there's no sun, but then there's like a million shooting stars. So there still is like light, but it's just weird. Like, I remember looking up and it was just the weirdest feeling ever, because you know something is wrong. Like, you know something's wrong when the sun isn't shining. Like, everyone was stood in the street just looking up and no one knew what to do. Like, literally. Like, the feeling of just being closed in, like locked in, like if you were in like a little matchbox, like suddenly the earth became this tiny little thing and you felt trapped because you knew something was going on, like, and you felt helpless because there is no way that you could do anything. You can't go onto a different planet. You can't just like, oh, I'm just gonna escape now, like jump off. Like, no, like, you know something serious is about to happen. Like, everyone's got their heads up in the sky, like the stars are coming down, like everything is just being ripped to pieces, and you basically know, like, you're gonna die, basically. Like, obviously that's the feeling that everyone has, because they're just like, oh no, you know what I mean? And then the next part isn't biblical, but it says, at that time the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and all nations will on the earth will mourn. Okay, so basically, like, this is just before the coming of Jesus. So everyone is outside, like, you know, crap, like what is going on, and basically, I knew in my dream, like, this is you know, when Jesus is coming, but like, the next part of my dream isn't biblical, but it literally just cut off. Like, I felt like, you know, if I had stayed awake like 2 seconds, I mean, if I stayed in my dream like 2 seconds more, then I would have, you know, seen Jesus' return. But so everything's like falling in, and there's no sun and there's no nothing. And then suddenly, like, just a big reflection of the earth appears in the sky, like a big earth, and like, I knew in my heart then that's when Jesus is coming back, because like I felt like God was gonna say, like, you know, like, it's our kind of reflection in heaven, and and then there's the earth, and God's like, people of the earth, like, I'm here, you know what I mean, and I'm like coming to judge you now, you know what I mean. And but I didn't hear anything, and I didn't, because my dream was cut off then. But I really felt like, you know, when I seen that big earth in the sky, like, I felt like that is the moment Jesus is coming back, because, like, and I know that's not in the Bible, maybe that's not even prophetic at all, maybe that's got some sort of different meaning, totally different or whatever. But the point is, a lot of people are having these dreams where they're having dreams of the rapture, or when they're having dreams of, you know, different parts of the end times, and that specifically, that like tiny part of the Bible was the whole dream. Like, I to be honest, I've described this in a really bad way, but like, it's hard for me to get those emotions across, because it's something that you've never felt before. Like, to go outside and the sun's not shining, like, you know, you go outside and it's like storming, you go outside and it's lightning, you go outside and there's, you know, even like a meteor passing by. It's different, because like, those kind of things, like, they don't, like, we still think that we're in this big world, you know, and that we're, you know, blah blah blah, but like, when the heavens are coming down on you, like when the sky is like being, you know, like when the stars are falling down onto you, when everything like this is going on, you know something's going on with the whole universe. Like, the fear and like the total lack of being able to control anything at all just comes upon you, and you know, basically, I knew in my heart, like, that this is when the Lord is coming back. And yeah, there was a lot of people on the streets, and they just didn't know what to do. They were just looking up, and they just had no idea, you know. So I just thought I'd share that with you. And if anyone has had any dreams concerning the end times, or anything to do with like something that, you know, may concern the end times, maybe a prophecy, you know, whatever, then I'd like to hear it. I'd like to see like video responses and stuff. So yeah, alright, thanks.